JB Golf Performance, filling in the gaps because it's not all technical. Today, the question is, how can we create more power? The real important thing I find with power is there are two main things that you need to know that are really, really important. If you're working on creating more power and you make bad contact or the shot goes out to the right, you might be doing a lot of good things and you're just missing a single piece. If you are lagging the club really nicely and clearing your body really nicely, the club face might just be open, which sends it off to the right, which is not a very desirable ball flight, but you might have made some really, really good moves in your swing to hit that ball out to the right. All that's required is to square up the face. The same holds true with driver. If we're mishitting the center of the face, we might be doing a lot of good things to create power, but the ball's not going very far, or it might be going a little bit crooked because we're not hitting the center. So that's sort of a prerequisite in order to hit shots with a lot of power. We've got to be able to have a reasonably square face and hit it reasonably in the center of the club. So that's the first little piece there. What's really important for creating power, I believe, happens in the gym. So if we can get out of the technical world for a second and go into the physical world, we need a body that has good mobility, especially in the shoulders, in the hips, and in the mid-back or T-spine. So I need good mobility. I need to be able to create lots of mobility with my shoulders. And I've got videos on this, how to create a mobility routine that gets the job done. I need to be able to rotate in my mid-back. If you look here, I'm restricting my lower body and I'm just turning in my mid-back. And then I need to be able to rotate in my hips. So if I stand on one leg for a second, I need to be able to rotate into that hip. I need to be able to rotate into this hip. So a lot of power is created in the gym. Let's not skip that piece. So that's the physical piece. Now if we go back into the technical, here's a very simple way to create a ton of power. And I think if you try this at home, you will see that you can create a lot of power, assuming you have some type of monitor that's going to tell you how far the ball is going. So I'm going to show you a few different swings here, and then we're going to talk about how you can apply this. Here's the concept. I want you to focus on three things. Number one, the club face has to be closed enough to create power, so we're just going to take a strong grip of the closed face to start. Okay, so we're going to take that closed face. The next thing we're going to do is reduce the tension in our body, and then finally we're going to use our feet to make sure that we're gripping the ground and engaging the feet. If we engage the feet, we start a kinetic chain of movement through our entire body. So we've got the closed face, reduced tension, and we've got the feet. So my suggestion with the closed face is start with it closed, and then we're going to dial it back. We're going to maybe hook some shots. We're going to dial it back. If the ball's going to the left, we're going to close it a little less. Do it again. If it's going to the left, close it a little less. Until we get the right club face for you. It might look something like this when you grip it. It might look something like this when you grip it, if you're not used to using the face properly. So here's how the drill is going to work. I will start with a closed face. I'm going to engage my feet, and I'm going to hit a shot. So here's the first one. I've got the closed face. I'm going to engage my feet, and I'm going to hit a shot. It's going to go to the left quite a bit. Here she goes. Awesome. Now, let's improve on that. Next step is to reduce the tension. So there's a couple of ways we can reduce the tension. A good friend of mine, Eric Fredrickson, who bombs the ball, he simply just shakes out the tension on the tee. Shake it out. That's one. Another way is we can tense everything up and then reduce it. But it's going to be a lot of shaking out the tension. And if you look at how tour players walk in between shots, their arms are swinging freely. I'll put that down. They're swinging with free arms. There's no tension. There's no tension in that walk. And when we show up to the golf ball, walking with no tension, we're less likely to have tension in the actual shot. So the next step, we're shaking out the tension. Shake it out with the closed club. Engaging the feet. Here we go. I've got another swing. Less tension, felt a little bit more free, a little more overall speed there. I can see right there, pretty decent overall distance, and we're going to build on that, we're going to increase that. I'm just going to pull up the club speed here on the left. Got my club speed, just jumped from 77 to 85. Let's keep it going. 85 is not tour speed yet. So, reducing the tension. I got the club a little closed. And now we're going to get the feet a bit more engaged. Feet are a bit more engaged. Let's see how this one works out. Pretty straight, a little bit more speed. Now we're starting to get up into some more serious distance. You can see I don't need to open the face more. Face is in a pretty good position. And keep that there. Let's build up this speed. Less tension, more gripping the ground with the feet. Hit that one pretty straight, and get the speed up to about 86 again. Now I'm going to try and just take it up one more notch with speed. This time, I'm just going to make a bigger turn. I don't think I can be more relaxed. That one felt really, really good. Bigger turn. There's the bigger turn. We will see, did that increase the speed? And it did, up to about 88 miles an hour. So, pretty close to our average there. You can see the build up from the slower swings. My speed's gonna keep increasing if I reduce the tension, I grip the ground with my feet. And then the other piece is we have to learn to manage this club face. You can see my shots aren't traveling too far off line, so I'm good. But as they start drifting out to the right, I just want to make that adjustment. Just close the face a little. Just a little, okay? Keep the questions coming.